Hi everyone and welcome to this new video in this PLC programming course. In this video we are going to see how to download and install the software TwinCAT 3. But before we do that, I would first of all like to generally explain what are the steps that we are going to take. In the last video we talked about the general architecture of TwinCAT 3, and we said there is the programming part, so the engineering part is the part where you write your program, and we have the runtime part, which is the part where the code that you've written runs. And the way TwinCAT works is that you have like a general software that you have to download, and this general software is called the TwinCAT package manager. And once you install this general software, you go into this software and just pick the small softwares that you want to install and install them. And this makes it in such a way that you don't have a big software or you don't have everything in your machine, and it makes your program lighter. It makes your projects to be lighter. So what we are going to do is we are going to go to the internet. We are going to search for this package manager on the Beckhoff website, and we are going to install this package manager, which is like a general big house of software. And once we are there, we will just go and pick out the ones that we need, and namely the engineering and the runtime software of TwinCAT 3. So that said, let's go to the installation of the program. To download the TwinCAT package manager, you go to any browser of your choice. I will type TwinCAT package manager and I search, and this will take me here. I go to the Beckhoff official website. That's where I'm going to download this. So I will translate this into English. Normally you can search for the software, but I will just type here. You can search for the software in all software tools, but I can just type here package manager and search. And when I press enter, I have this TwinCAT package manager, this build version. So presently I think it's in German, so you can always come here and then you change the language to English, and you can do that by clicking on United Kingdom, and then you have the website in English. So TwinCAT package manager. And once you have the package manager, you download. So you click here to download it, and then it says register or login. The software is completely free, but you have to register if you haven't registered before. And registering will be to input your email data. So I have already registered, so I have to log in. So and I will put my credentials and I will log in. Then I will be able to download the software. And because I logged in, then I can click again on this and the software is going to be downloaded. After the software has downloaded, so I can go to the file, or you generally see it in your downloads. So, and I will double click. It will open the window for the installation of the software. Read, agree, and install. And you have to give the administration authorization. And it takes some time to load. Like you might see, it's loading at the moment. So I'm going to close this window and this as well. And we have to wait because it takes a few minutes to install the software. Installation successfully completed. Click on OK. And now we have the TwinCAT package manager here. I double click on it to open it, and it's loading. It takes a few minutes. And so once it's loaded, so this is like a wizard that you have to follow through. We have here the introduction, and then we will move directly to the feed. So this section feed is simply where we select the source of software, because Beckhoff have a lot of sources. There is the stable feed, which is where they generally put the stable software, and they have the test feed, which is where they put the test software. So if they have a new release and they want you maybe just to test, and that is not yet fully functional, but I always advise to always use the stable feed. So we are going to click on this green button and we are going to select the stable feed here. So this is to create a new feed. So the stable feed, Beckhoff stable feed. So I'm going to put the user address. So again, like I said, so you have to use your login details. So I will put my email and password. These are the credentials that you registered when you were downloading the software. So once that's done, I go on save, and you need to select yes. So here we already have the stable feed installed. I will go to next. This is now the integration. And in this integration, we have the TwinCAT XAE shell and we have the XAE shell 64 bits. I am going to enable both. I save the changes. I click on next. So this is the installation location. I'm going to use the default location. So I click on finish and it's installing the software. And so this is how the package manager looks like. And as you might see, we have three sections: the browse, the install, and the update. So here the installed is empty at the moment because I don't have any software installed. In the browse, you have all the software from Beckhoff, and this is where I said we will just install the one that we want or that we need. And for this, what we need, as we said, is the engineering and the runtime. And this you can have on the TwinCAT standard. So that's all we need for the moment. So I am going to select this for the engineering. And also I am going to select this as the runtime. And once I do that, I go here. I see there's here a pin. So, and these are the two that I selected. So I apply the modifications because this was for the installation. When I apply the modifications, it asks me, are you sure you want to apply the selected modifications? And this is for the installation of this software. I say yes, and it takes a few minutes to install the softwares. And after a few minutes, the installation is completed and it says that the modification process was successfully completed. So I click on OK and on close. And we will see that now when we go to the installed, we will see that we have the standard installed, and this standard contains the engineering and also the runtime. And these are the main elements that we need. Now that we have this installed, I will close this package manager. And if I go to the search bar, I type now TwinCAT. I see that we have the TwinCAT 3 XAE shell. So I will open that. I click on the XAE shell, 64 bits. So now that it's open, we see that we have our TwinCAT 3 engineering environment. And this is the environment where we do the programming. The objective of the video was to download and install the TwinCAT 3 software, and that's done already. I just would like to mention that there are some key settings that has to be done before we are able to run or simulate our software. And that leads us to the next video. In the next video, we will see how to create a program in TwinCAT 3. So you will create your first program in TwinCAT 3, and we will also organize the settings that we can run the simulation. And after this, we will be able to run our first simulation in TwinCAT 3. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.